Strap in and buckle up, kiddos. I'm your guide on this wild ride through the chaotic world of the British commentary YouTuber, Pyrocynical. So let's take the old time machine back to 2013 when our boy Pyro was just a fledgling YouTuber. Back then, the guy was as anonymous as a ghost in a sheet. The only thing people knew about him was that he was British and he had a thing for the color pink. You could say he was the Banksy of YouTube, except instead of graffiti, he was spray painting our minds with dank memes. His first videos were montage parodies, a kind of YouTube content that was hotter than a Carolina Reaper back in the day. Now, for those of you uncultured swines out there who don't know what a montage parody is, imagine taking a bunch of video game clips, sprinkling in a metric ton of memes, cranking the bass up to 11, and then editing it all together so it looked like an energy drink that was designed by a 12-year-old.
Wait, what? Shoot all the iPads and win a free one. This looks legit. I want a free iPad. Let's fucking do this.
It was the Wild West of YouTube. And of content creation. And Pyro was its Billy the Kid. Pyro's parodies were like the Christmas stocking filled with Doritos and Mountain Dew, the unofficial snack of MLG gamers everywhere. If you took a shot every time he used an air horn sound effect or a Thug Life meme, you'd be unconscious faster than you could say 360 no-scope. And boy, were his parodies a hit. He had subscribers faster than I get unmatched on Tinder. He was pulling in views like a black hole pulls in stars, and the Pyro hype train showed no signs of slowing down. But despite his successes, Pyro wasn't content with just making montage parodies. He had bigger dreams, like a gerbil dreaming of running in a human-sized wheel. He wanted to branch out and try his hand on commentary videos, a format that was growing faster than a teenager's acne problem. As he transitioned from memes to commentary, he had to tread carefully, like a tightrope walker with an inner ear problem. Many of his fans were as rabidly devoted to montage parodies as a suburban mom is to her essential oils, and they didn't want things to change. But Pyro wasn't about to let that stop him. He was more stubborn than a constipated elephant. He was ready to dive headfirst into commentary, and oh boy, did he make a splash. But that, my friends, is a story for another scene. With that, we close the chapter on Pyro's early years, back when he was just a young gun slinging memes like a modern-day cowboy. We've seen how he cut his teeth on montage parodies, building a fan base faster than a beaver builds a dam, but this was only the beginning. In our next scene, we'll explore how Pyro traded his Doritos and Mountain Dew for satire and social commentary, becoming one of the most iconic voices on YouTube. But until then, stay tuned and stay dank. Alrighty everyone, we're now in scene 2. Fast forward a little bit and we've got Pyro trading in his meme-filled montage edits for commentary videos. Now if you thought trying to understand a montage parody was like trying to decipher the Da Vinci Code, then Pyro's commentary videos were like reading War and Peace in the original Russian. He had a knack for tearing into topics with the precision of a surgeon and the finesse of a bull in a china shop. Pyro's humor was drier than an overcooked turkey and more biting than a shark with a toothache. He could make you laugh, make you think, and make you question your life choices, all in the span of 10 minutes. Pyro's commentary was like a breath of fresh air in a room of stale memes, pointing out the absurd, the ridiculous, and the downright stupid. And trust me, there was no shortage of that on the internet. And there still isn't. His commentary videos were as subtle as a brick to the face. He didn't just toe the line of political correctness, he did a goddamn cartwheel over it. Pyro took controversial topics, soaked them in gasoline, and set them on fire. And we, the audience, gathered around to watch the blaze. Pyro was like the Hunter S. Thompson of YouTube. Just replace the drugs and guns with memes and energy drinks. His commentary style was a unique blend of savage burns and self-deprecation, like a roast battle with himself. But what set Pyro apart from other commentary YouTubers was his ability to take a step back and poke fun at the situation. He didn't just attack people or ideas, he made you see the absurdity of it. He was like the court jester, mocking the king in his court, but doing it in a way that got you laughing along. But as Pyro's popularity grew, so did the curiosity about the man behind the screen. Who was this masked meme lord? What did he look like? These were questions that would come to a head in our next scene. So strap in, grab some popcorn, and get ready for the unmasking of the century. Alrighty, now that we've moved on to scene 3, here's the moment that had the internet on the edge of a collective seat. The face reveal. This was like the YouTube equivalent of a royal wedding, except instead of posh hats and tea sandwiches, we had Doritos and Mountain Dew. Pyro had been hiding behind his furry persona for so long. It was like trying to figure out who was under Darth Vader's mask. Well, buckle up, because we're about to spoil the Empire Strikes Back for you. As it turns out, Pyro wasn't just a fox-human hybrid, but just a normal dude. Shocking, I know. The internet expected some beast with the voice of an angel, but all they got was a guy who looked like he could be your best friend's older brother. His face reveal was as anticlimactic as watching a balloon slowly deflate. But in a good way, I guess. It was the humanization of the meme lord. It's like Pyro pulled a reverse Clark Kent. Instead of putting on the glasses and suddenly becoming unrecognizable, he took off his metaphorical mask and became, well, recognizable. We all got to see that the voice we'd been laughing along with was attached to a real human face and not just an avatar on a screen. The face reveal showed us that Pyro was just like us, except funnier, and with more YouTube subscribers, and a better accent. Okay, maybe not just like us, but you get the point. He wasn't just some mythical creature on the internet, he was a real person with real emotions, and a real face that could smirk at his own jokes. Seeing Pyro's face for the first time was like seeing your favorite radio host in person. You know, the only one you've been listening to for years, creating an image of them in your mind, and then you see them and it's nothing like you expected, but after the initial shock, it just kind of fits because you know it's him. The face reveal wasn't just a big moment for Pyro, it was a big moment for YouTube at the time. It showed that even in the wacky world of internet celebrities, there was room for authenticity. Pyro didn't need a mask to be entertaining, he just needed to be himself. And we loved him for it. He was crazy, and he posed as a furry. That's kinda weird. But Pyro wasn't done surprising us, not by a long shot. Up next, we got to dive into scene 4. So buckle up, refill that Mountain Dew, and get ready to dive deep into the weird and wonderful world of Petscop. I bet you didn't think we were going on to the next scene so quickly. Anyway, after the face reveal, we were chilling, thinking that Pyro might take a breather, maybe even a vacation. But no, this mad lad had another plan. In true Pyro fashion, he takes a left turn and delivers Petscop, a series so unique you'd think it was a rare breed of cat rather than a gaming commentary. For those of you living under a rock, Petscop is a game so shrouded in mystery it makes the Bermuda Triangle look like a kiddie pool. Now, Pyro could have just played through it like any other game, but instead he decided to pull a Sherlock Holmes and dive headfirst into the puzzle. Because who doesn't like a bit of mystery with their memes, am I right? Pyro's deep dive into Petscop was like watching a chef make a gourmet meal out of ramen noodles. He took a seemingly simple, unfinished game and turned it into a complex narrative that would make Christopher Nolan envious. It was commentary, critique, and conspiracy theories all bundled up in a neat package delivered with Pyro's cynical humor. And let me tell you, it was a wild ride. The way Pyro dissected the game, analyzed every pixel, read between the lines, and crafted theories that was nothing short of impressive, it was like watching a game of Cluedo, and instead of finding out who did it, we were trying to figure out what the heck was even happening. But Petscop wasn't just another commentary series, it was a testament to Pyro's commitment to the content. I mean, the guy spent hours analyzing a game that didn't even officially exist. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. It's like building a ship inside of a bottle, but the bottle is a YouTube video and the ship is a half-finished video game full of strange creatures and cryptic messages. The Petscop series became a landmark in Pyro's career, showing us that there was more to him than just memes and commentary. He had depth, he had creativity, and he had patience to stare at a cryptic game for hours on end without losing his mind. Well, without losing it completely, anyway. But just when we thought things couldn't get any more exciting, we're about to dive headfirst into our next scene, which has to do with Drama. Ooh, nice. Anyway, Pyro's career had its fair share of controversy, and we're about to break it down. So sit tight, grab some popcorn, and remember, drama might be messy, but it sure makes things interesting. All right, folks, get your spoons ready because it's time to dive into some sprinkles. And by sprinkles, I mean the drama that keeps YouTube spicy. Because let's face it, without drama, YouTube would be as exciting as watching paint dry. And Pyrocynical, well, he's no exception to this rule. Now, Pyrocynical, he's a fire starter, but he's also a firefighter. And by that I mean, he's had his fair share of drama, but always seems to come out relatively unscathed, like a cat with 9 lives, or should I say a fox with 9 lives. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Naruto. And let's not kid ourselves. Drama on YouTube is as predictable as rain in England, and Pyro's been in a few downpours. There was that time Keemstar, the TMZ of YouTube, accused Pyro of all sorts of wild things. I mean, you know you've made it when Keemstar dedicates an entire video to you. It's like a rite of passage at this point. Pyro handled the drama with class though. Instead of adding fuel to the fire, he doused it with some classic wit and sarcasm. It was like watching a stand-up comedian roast a heckler. Pyro was throwing punches, but he was doing it with a smirk and a chuckle. And who could forget the drama with Leafy? Leafy, the good old YouTube equivalent of that kid in school who'd roast everyone but couldn't take a roast for himself. Their fallout was like watching a soap opera except with more memes and less cheesy background music. Pyro, ever the diplomat, managed to keep his cool throughout the entire drama. He defended himself without resorting to cheap shots or low blows. It was like watching a chess game where Pyro was the king, everyone else was just a pawn. Despite the drama, Pyro maintained a strong and devoted fan base, because at the end of the day, drama is just sprinkles. It might make things look a little more interesting, but it's not the main attraction. Pyro's content, his humor, and his insight, that's the ice cream. And we all know you're here for the ice cream. And speaking of fans, in the next scene, we'll dive into Pyro's community, lovingly known as, I'm not joking, the Pyro Kittens. Get ready, because the fandom is as fiery as the man himself. Buckle up and remember, a sprinkle of drama a day keeps the YouTube algorithm at bay. See you on the other side. Alrighty everyone, get your milk and biscuits ready, because we're about to dive into the world of Pyro Kittens. That's right, the fire-breathing fox of YouTube has his very own litter of kittens, metaphorically speaking, of course. And by kittens, I mean an army of dedicated fans who would follow Pyro into the fires of YouTube hell and back. Now you might be thinking, why Pyro Kittens? I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of a community that combines the toughness of Pyro with the undeniable cuteness of kittens? I wonder. It's like if the Avengers decided to adopt a litter of baby cheetahs. It's a blend of hardcore and adorable, you could say. The Pyro Kittens are a testament of Pyro's charisma and appeal. I mean, this guy could probably sell sand to a desert, ice to a polar bear, or a Naruto DVD to Sasuke. Alright, maybe not that last one, but you get the point. What makes the Pyro Kittens unique in their unwavering loyalty? I mean, these guys stick to Pyro like glue sticks to, well, anything. No matter what drama whirlwind Pyro found himself in, his Pyro Kittens were always there, ready to support and defend their favorite YouTuber. It's like watching a pack of loyal hounds protecting their master. And the community isn't just about defending Pyro, it's also a platform of fans to discuss Pyro's videos, share memes, and generally just hang out. It's like a never-ending Pyro party and everyone's invited. That they like. In the age of social media, having a loyal and engaged fanbase is as crucial as good Wi-Fi connection. Pyro has cultivated a community that not only watches his videos, but engages with his content, creating a sense of unity. But the Pyro community isn't just about watching videos and leaving comments. No, they go the extra mile, buying Pyro merch, like it's the last loaf of bread in a zombie apocalypse, which conveniently brings us to our next scene, merchandise. So buckle up, Pyro Kittens. It's time to take a journey into the wild and wonderful world of Pyrocynical merchandise. Bring your wallets, folks, because the ride ain't free. Alrighty, time to take a detour down merchandise lane. If there's one thing Pyrocynical knows, aside from making us laugh till we drop, it's how to make some kick-ass merchandise. I mean, you're not a true Pyro Kitten until you've got a t-shirt, the hoodie, the mug, the mousepad? Yeah. The Pyro merch game is strong. Now, some YouTubers slap their logo on a t-shirt, call it merchandise, and call it a day. But not our Pyro. No, his merchandise is like his content. Unique, flamboyant, and absolutely something your grandma wouldn't understand. But hey, who cares about grandma's approval when you've got Pyrocynical's hoodie? But let's talk about designs, folks, because Pyro's merch isn't just merch, it's wearable art. It's like walking around with a Picasso on your chest, if Picasso was really into anime and flamethrowers. It's an explosion of color, style, and a little bit of madness, just like Pyro himself. And the best part? Every piece of his merchandise is a perfect conversation starter. Picture this, you're at a party, don't know anyone, and you're about as awkward as a giraffe on roller skates, but then someone sees your Pyro hoodie and BAM! Instant friendship. You're welcome. That probably won't work, you nerd. Now you might be thinking, but BlisteringFaith, I'm not really a t-shirt person. Well, don't worry, my fashion-conscious friend, because Pyro's got you covered. Whether you're a mug person, a hoodie person, or a mousepad person, there's something for everyone. And if you think about it, buying Pyro's merch isn't just about getting some cool new gear, it's about showing your support for a YouTuber who made you laugh, entertained you, and brought you a great community. It's a badge of honor, a declaration of loyalty, and a sign that you, my friend, are a true Pyro kitten. And speaking of badges of honor, let's venture into our next scene! Alright? So you got your Pyro merch, your Pyro mug, and you're feeling pretty good about yourself. But are you ready to step into the world of pyrocynical aesthetics? I mean, this guy could give Lady Gaga a run for her money, and that's saying something. Now let's start with the elephant in the room, the pink. What the hell is with Pyro and pink? It's like he was bitten by a radioactive flamingo or something. But, I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, it's kind of weird and it's entertaining. The guy pulls it off better than most people can pull off jeans and a t-shirt, and honestly the pink just works, it's vibrant, it's eye-catching, and it's just Pyro. And let's not forget about the fox mask, which adds a mysterious aura to Pyro's aesthetic. It's like as if a Phantom of the Opera had a baby with Firefox. And you gotta admit, it's a pretty smart move. I mean, who needs facial expressions when you've got a fox mask that says it all? But Pyro's aesthetic isn't just about pink and masks. There's a certain flamboyancy, a playful, almost chaotic energy that's just him. Whether he's prancing around in his videos or creating the most epic gaming content, Pyro never forgets to inject the unique brand of flair into everything he does. He's a weird guy, and weird people can be very entertaining. Oh, and can we talk about the character models for a second? I mean, from the round, adorable blob of the Pyro to the humanoid Pyro, this guy is more avatars than a Buddhist reincarnation cycle. It's like he's constantly reinventing himself and we're all just along for the ride. Now I know what you're thinking, BlisteringFaith, this all sounds great, but what does it all mean? Well, my dear Pyro kittens, Pyro's aesthetic is a reflection of his creative spirit, his humor, and his refusal to be boxed into any kind of stereotype. It's a testament to his ability to be bold, to be different, and to stand out in a sea of YouTubers who often blend into one another. But as much as Pyro loves his solo escapades, he's also a maestro when it comes to collaborations. Yes, my friends, we're moving into our next scene, collaborations and cameos. I hope you're ready because we're about to delve into some tangled webs of Pyro's YouTube's friendships. And let me tell you, it's a roller coaster ride of epic proportions, so strap in. Collaborations. They're the YouTube equivalent of a team-up comic book issue. You know, where Batman meets Spider-Man and they take down a villain or two before going out for a drink. Well, Pyro's collaborations are like that, except replace Batman and Spider-Man with Pyro and, well, pretty much any YouTuber who can handle his brand of humor. Pyro has had numerous collaborations over the years, cementing his place in the YouTube community. His interactions with other creators aren't just about cross-promotion, they're about mutual respect and a shared love for all things weird on the internet. Take, for example, his collaboration with PewDiePie. These two are like the Batman and Robin of YouTube, except Batman is a Swedish video game player and Robin is a British guy in a fox mask. Their collaborations are filled with ridiculous antics and irreverent humor. And let's not forget about his work with the likes of NFKRZ and Dolan Dark. These guys are like the Avengers of YouTube, each with their own unique strengths and quirks. When they come together, it's like a super-powered comedy extravaganza. And even when not collaborating, Pyro has a knack for making cameos in other people's videos like a YouTube Where's Waldo. One minute you're watching a video about the latest gaming trend, the next Pyro pops up, throwing in a joke or two before disappearing into the ether. Pyro's collaborations and cameos don't just make for entertaining content, they're a testament to his relationship within the YouTube community. He's not just a lone wolf, he's part of the pack, a network of creators who support and inspire each other. But What does the future hold for our favorite pink-loving YouTuber? Is he going to continue making hilarious content and collaborating with his pals, or does he have something more ambitious in store? That's right, we're heading into the final scene, the future, Pyro's plan for world domination. And here we are, the final scene. We've delved into Pyro's past, chuckled at his antics, admired his creativity, and now it's time to gaze into the crystal ball and see what the future holds. Buckle up, because we're about to enter the realm of pure speculation. So, what is Pyro's plan for world domination? Well, if I had to guess, it involves a lot of pink, some sick gaming skills and montages, and a healthy dose of British wit. But let's be real, Pyro's already dominating the world, one YouTube video at a time. As we look at the future, one thing is for certain, Pyro probably isn't going anywhere. He's built a strong community of those Pyro kittens. He's consistently producing high quality content, and he's always ready to make us laugh. He's not just surviving in the world of YouTube, he's thriving. But just for fun, let's imagine a world where Pyro decides to take his domination plan to the next level. Maybe he'll launch his own line of pink-themed gaming consoles, or perhaps he'll start his own gaming convention complete with giant inflatable Pyro mascots. Or hey, maybe he'll even decide to take over YouTube entirely, become the platform's first ever content creator in chief. He could implement policies like mandatory Fun Fridays, where all videos must contain at least one joke, or the death sentence. What?
Hold up, wait a minute.
So anyway, or an annual meme review or something like that. But no matter what the future holds, one thing is for sure, Pyro is here to stay. He's found his place on YouTube and in the YouTube community. He's passionate about what he does, and he's not afraid to push the boundaries of content creation. So here's to you, Pyro, our pink-loving, joke-slinging, montage-making maestro. May your future be as bright and colorful as your videos, and may you continue to entertain, inspire, and dominate the world of YouTube. And that's it, folks. We've journeyed through the world of Pyrocynical from the MLG days to the present, and even a cheeky peek into the future. If you enjoyed this wild ride, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. After all, every click brings Pyro one step closer to world domination. Until next time, this is BlisteringFaith signing off. Keep laughing, keep gaming, and stay awesome.